What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jeremy G podcast. This is episode 16, Life After Basketball, featuring former five-star recruit Kelli Griffin. Welcome to the show, man. This major honor, man. You definitely blessing the podcast. This is a major honor. For everybody that's listening and for all the future listeners, man. This interview has been months in the making. Both of us with some very busy schedules. Kelli's super busy with her businesses, traveling the country with AAU organization. So yeah, it's an honor, man. I'm glad. And you busy right now. You moving and stuff, and you know what I mean. So I definitely appreciate it. Man, for all you guys who don't know, this is Kelli Griffin, man. Amazing basketball player. I actually have all her high school stats, but we're not gonna make this episode about her stats. We're gonna make it about her businesses, and we'll talk a little bit about her college and high school career. Excuse me. In saying that, let's start with question number one. Tell us about young Kelli. What was young Kelli like?
Man, young Kelli is country. I really started out, my first love was riding horses. Like, I'm from Mississippi, so I grew up in the country, cows, chickens, goats, on the farm, pretty much life. But, my mom played basketball, so basketball was just always in that picture. And then I always had two brothers, so it was just like competing. Whether we was riding horses or we was playing basketball, we was just always competing. So, young Kelli, I'm just country. I was just a country girl, just having fun.
I hear that.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you first started playing competitive ball, like in leagues and tournaments and stuff?
So I was. Let me see. I moved to Texas when I was 9. I was about to be 10, or I might have had this turn. It was one of the two, but I know I for sure was 9. So I had to be like 10, because I didn't start playing competitive tournaments until we moved to Texas. We didn't have like AAU and stuff in Mississippi. We didn't have that stuff, and I still don't think, like, in my small town, they still don't have AAU teams and stuff like that.
Really?
So I'm working on now, trying to get something going back home. Yeah. But we'll get into that a little later in the show.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
we'll definitely touch on that.
Like,
You froze up on me.
yeah.
Oh, you done froze up.
Hold on. Give me a second. Is it back?
Yeah, you good.
Am I back yet?
Yeah, you good.
Hold on. I came into my new apartment and my Wi-Fi. Let me get. I pulled in front of my apartment. So let me let my Wi-Fi pick it up so it won't be tripping.
All right, you good.
Is that better?
Yeah, you good. It's running a little slow, but we got you.
All right, cool.
All right. What was the next question? Let's see. At what age did you realize, like, you was like, you know what, like, this is what I want to do. I want to be a basketball player.
I think I was like 12 or 13, and I went and saw the Cummins play. Like, after we moved to Texas, we went and saw the Cummins playing for a long time. I always wanted to play for the Cummins. You know what I'm saying? Until they got sold. But I think I was like 12 or 13. I was like, okay, yeah, like, I really want to do this. But see, I was 12 or 13, but I was playing AAU on teams with 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
So that's when I kind of was like, okay, I'm good at this,
Yeah.
And I love the sport. So.
And you also played with Brittany Griner at AAU, didn't you?
Yeah. So I played with Brittany Griner my junior and senior year. I played with her. She was a freshman and a sophomore. So I'm 2 years older than her. So, but when I was young, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Now, I was going to say, when I was young, like when I was 12 or 13, I was playing on the team with Shamika Scott. Do you remember Shamika Scott?
Oh, dude. Yep.
Yeah, I was playing on the team with her when I was young, and she's part of the reason why I went to Baylor.
Okay, let's fill some people in who don't know who Shamika Scott is. If I'm not mistaken, Shamika Scott was a class of 03 or 04. And she played at Baylor, won some national championships.
Yeah,
Got drafted to the Sacramento Monarchs. Yeah,
yeah,
she did her thing. Hell yeah.
yeah, yeah. She passed away a few years ago, but
Wait, what?
she was like, yeah, she passed away a few years ago
Oh
from cancer.
wow,
Yeah, she had cancer. And so this was right after they retired her jersey at Clearbrook, because I went to her jersey retirement, and I want to say it was like 2 or 3 years later.
man,
She passed
wow.
from
I didn't
cancer.
even know that.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, I didn't know Shamika personally, but I got to meet her a few times. From what I met, she was an amazing woman. She really was. Hell of a basketball player, even hell of a better person. Oh my
yeah,
goodness, that just fucked my head up, man. Man,
yeah.
rest in peace. That just fucked my head up. She was an amazing person, amazing person, for real. And
She really
and
was.
in my personal opinion, she's the one that put the Bella Lady Bells back on the map,
She
for
did. She
real.
was in that class. They hadn't won a championship. They hadn't won a championship to her class in
Yeah,
'05.
I'm a
'04.
man,
'04 they won championship. Yeah.
man. Yeah, that
And
wow, wow,
that was her either her sophomore or her junior year
that they won, right?
that they
Yeah,
won the
because she
championship. Yeah.
won the year they won. I was a junior in high school, so I think that was her sophomore year.
Sophomore, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Wow. Okay, man. Rest in peace, Shamika. Man, that's
Yeah.
wild. All right. So,
So
question four. After having a historic high school career, and when I say historic, people, number one point guard in the state of Texas in her class, 5-star recruit. Um, and the crazy thing about Kelly being the number one point guard in her class in the state of Texas, she had an injury. What was it? The beginning of your junior year of high school?
the end of my junior year.
Yeah, ended her junior year in high school and still finished her high school career number one in the state. So big ups to that.
Yeah.
That's like this woman right here is an amazing woman, amazing ball player. She's definitely a type of player you see once every 10 to 20 years. You know what I mean? Like
I
beast
appreciate
mode,
that, man.
real. So it's saying that after having a historic high school career, what was the hardest part about transitioning your game playing for a major D1 university? And what advice would you
Um,
give to the next generation?
Honestly, playing wise, there wasn't really any adjustments that I had to make to my game playing wise. I was pretty much ready to go.
Beast
Now,
mode. Y'all hear that? Beast mode. She was ready. Beast mode.
well,
No
no, in all
transition.
seriousness though, but like preseason, like before the game start, is where I struggled at. You know what I mean? Like that preseason workout, because first I was coming off an ACL surgery and a meniscus surgery that I had 6 months apart in high school. So I
Yeah.
tore my ACL first, and then I came back in a brace. I wasn't playing, I was practicing, and then I tore my meniscus by hyperextending my knee in practice in a brace. So within like 5 or 6 months, I had two surgeries in high school. So when I got to college, I was just coming out of therapy. Like I hadn't played any games or anything. So the conditioning part was where I struggled at to get in shape. And
Yeah.
I had really like no choice but to get in shape, because I was the only point guard at Baylor at the time. So I started from the first game my freshman year all the way till I left.
Yeah.
So I like getting in shape was really where I struggled at, mentally and physically. So any advice the advice that I give my high school girls now that I coach 17U and I'm preparing them for college, like I got 4 girls on my 17U team getting ready to go to college, and I tell them every day, we're not just conditioning your body, we're conditioning your mind. You got to condition your mindset, because it's different from high school. If you got a high school mindset, when you get to college, you're not gonna make it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it's a business. Like when you get a college on a scholarship, you get paid. Like Baylor paid us every month. We had to pay rent, eat food. You know, we had to live. And so it's teaching you about being a young adult. It's a business. You know, and now these kids making millions in college. We wasn't getting NIL deals in college. That shit was illegal. You know, I'm
Yeah.
low key kind of
Yeah.
pissed off about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
I
but
um
I
I
think it's
I
a good
love
thing
that.
for the college. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's a great thing for them,
Uh-huh.
because we should have been getting those type of payments when we were in college. But instead we
Exactly.
was getting like under the table stuff, and then getting penalized for it. When now they can just do that shit freely,
Yeah.
But
One other reason why, one of the main reasons why I wanted you on here. Number one, I respect what you do. I respect you. Um, but I have so much respect for female athletes. You know what I mean? I had my junior high school basketball coach, Mrs. Coach Settles. Amazing woman. Shout out to Mrs. Settles. She won the Woman Achievement Award for New York State. Big advocate for female athletes. Um, but one thing that really upset me a few years ago at the Final Four, I forget what city it was in, and they showed the different setups from the men's gym, their training facilities, compared to the women's. The guys there in their regular tubs doing their ice baths, and then you got the women in garbage cans doing their ice baths. You got the guys with top of the line professional gyms. You got the women with a few dumbbells, a few curling bars in a gym, in a regular basketball gym, not a workout gym. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And I'm hoping my goal for this story right here for this episode is to touch one person. If we could touch one female athlete, you know what I mean? If we could raise some type of awareness, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, a lot of these women out here are doing it better than these men. You know what I mean? And like you
yeah,
said, these deals they got going on, I think me personally, that's amazing. That's gonna keep male and female athletes in school longer. You know what
yeah,
I mean? That's
yeah,
gonna give some chance of athletes that probably can't go NBA, NFL, WNBA to stay in and make more money than go overseas. You know what I
absolutely,
mean? There's so
absolutely.
many routes, and like I said, I really appreciate you blessing the podcast for real.
Yeah, no
Um,
problem, man. I enjoy
in saying that, I promise I wasn't gonna make this about Baylor, so it's the last Baylor question.
it. Okay.
What does being ranked in the top 10 all-time assists in Baylor Lady Bear history mean to you? And you're actually ranked number seventh all-time, 133 assists away from number one. And if you would have stayed your last year, you would have demolished. You would be the number one all-time assist leader. Just know that you're
Yeah,
133 assists away. Just know that.
yeah. I I realized that a long time ago. Actually, I knew that before I left Baylor that I was on the all-time assist record. Let me take this thing off. Um, and honestly though, that's probably like one of my greatest achievements if you ask me. A lot of people base their success off of like points and things like that. But my whole thing, and probably what probably made me the player that probably made me a good player was the dimes, my assists. I could score when I want to, but not
Mhm.
everybody could pass the ball like I can. Anybody could probably score them. You know what I'm saying? If they get in the gym enough, they can score a layup, they can score a jump shot, they put up enough reps. But not everybody have that IQ or that finesse to throw certain passes. You know what I mean? That was kind of like my thing. Like I would rather I'd be right at the goal, and I would rather throw a dime to make it look good and let somebody else get those points, and then I
Yeah.
take the assist. You know what I mean?
Now
I was a
I
good
used to love
player.
watching y'all. I used to love watching y'all, man. That '04, that '04, '05 Clearbrook class was something special. But when your
Yeah,
class came in, y'all just elevated it and exploded.
yeah,
Exploded, put Clearbrook on the map. Shout out to Clearbrook High School.
yeah. I remember, man. I moved like my eighth grade year. We moved. My mom moved me because I was on to go to Clear Lake, and I was not gonna go to Clear Lake. I did not want to go to Clear Lake. We moved behind Clearbrook,
I was
like
about to
in
say
my
y'all right
eighth grade.
behind Clear Lake. I mean
Moved.
Clearbrook.
We moved right behind the school where there was no discrepancy in the middle of my eighth grade year. Like my mom was driving me way over to Clear Lake Intermediate to go to school,
Yeah.
but
I remember y'all were literally right behind Clearbrook. She was making sure you got to school.
yeah, I just walked through the back of the field straight to the house.
Yep. Shout out to your mama's cornbread. Oh my goodness. I still remember your mama's cornbread since my junior year of high school.
Everybody I talked to since high school always mention my mama cornbread,
Yeah.
man.
All right,
I'm gonna
let's
have to
get
let
into
her
your
know.
businesses, man. This is what I
Okay.
love right here. I love how we have our athletes that are transitioning into business people. I love it. All right, so you definitely had the skills to go pro after college, whether it was the WNBA or overseas in Europe somewhere. Why did you decide to go the business route?
Well, a lot of reasons. One, injuries. Like I had when I got to Baylor, people don't even know this. I had another knee surgery where they
Oh
scoped
wow.
the same knee that I had those two previous surgeries on in high school. I had to get a third one because there was so much cartilage buildup. So there's absolutely no cartilage in my knee. It's just bone on bone. So there's like anytime it's cold outside or it rains, my knee automatically swells. So it was just hard, trying to just keep playing with all those health things going on, and then I was overseas a little bit, and it was just complicated. So when I came home, I did the 9 to 5 thing for a few years because it was quick money. I needed to
Yeah.
work, and I don't know, it just wasn't what was feeling like I needed to do. And honestly, I never wanted to coach. Coaching was never something I wanted to do. I honestly thought I was gonna be playing basketball my whole life,
Yeah.
but it was when I think about 3 years ago I met this guy Griffin because in the midst of me working my 9 to 5, I also referee school games, private games, AAU games, stuff like that. So I met a people who knew me. I met people who I didn't know who knew me and stuff like that. And so I networked with these two guys, and they came to me with a business proposal. And basically, they gave me an offer that I couldn't resist, to where I was able to quit my job at the time, and I was a supervisor at Home Depot at a warehouse on the north side. And he came to me and wanted to start a business. Um,
We lost her.
how I started my business, Skills and Drills Elite. And so I was still working at Home Depot when I started my business, getting the paperwork and stuff done. And then it was like, soon as I got my business paperwork situated, it was like everything just started falling in place. And then he came to me about the AAU business that he wanted to start together. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, he put forth all the money. Like I didn't have to come out of pocket or anything. When I say he came with a deal that I couldn't resist, that's what I'm saying. He provided the gym, he provided the money, he provided basically everything I would need to run a team.
That's a
And
blessing. That's a
it
blessing.
it, it really was, and it was just I felt like things fall in place like that. That has to be God's calling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I
Thanks.
never wanted to coach, and so when I started training the kids, I started to enjoy it. I started to like it. The kids really cling to me, and they really were coachable, and they listened. And so it was just like a feeling that I had that this is where I needed to be,
Yeah.
And so the way these kids in these last, we've been doing it for 2 years now. We went from, I think the first year we had 32 kids, and now we have over 300 some kids that's a part of our academy from
That's awesome. And that's
preschool.
skills and drills, right? Because that was my next question. But that skills and drills.
What my business?
Yeah, skills and drills elite.
Yeah,
Or is
skills
that
and
the, or
drills.
that's the AAU you was talking
No,
about?
no, my business, my personal training is Skills and Drills Elite. That's why I do personal skills training, either group sessions or one-on-one sessions. That's my business. My AAU organization is Gulf Coast Legacy, but I have a partner, and he's the director. He runs it. He sets up all the tournaments and stuff like that. I'm the head skills trainer, which is Skills and Drills Elite, partnered with GCL.
Okay.
So that's how we do that.
And what did you say the age group for skills and drills elite? What's the age groups that you train?
I mean, I start at. It just depends on your kid. Like I have a second grader. I have all the way up to high school. My niece, first grade. I train her. So it just depends on how quickly and how into the game. Like if your kids can understand the game, we have a program with GCL that's called Little Legacy, and we have kindergarten all the way up to fifth grade. So we have some kindergarten kids in there. Of course, they're just in there, running around, but it's just a fact of having them around the game to get them that knowledge early.
Yeah.
That's good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what exactly do y'all specialize in?
We specialize in player development. So we're really big on skill set. You know, are you able to dribble the ball with pressure? You know,
Yeah,
not just make a wide open layup. You know what I mean? Like we focus on game like situations when it comes to skill set and player development.
that's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
And you said you've been in business 2 years. You said.
Yeah, this is our second year. We started in
Awesome.
well, it's our third year. We started in 2021.
Man, that's awesome, man. I wish y'all nothing but success, man, beyond your imagination, for real. Like you said, year one you was at 32 kids, and now y'all have over 300. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That's amazing. That's amazing. Like I said, I follow you on Facebook, whatever. I see you be posting all y'all stuff y'all be having and stuff, man. Nothing but mad respect, for
I
real, for real.
appreciate that, man. Appreciate it.
And let's talk about your AU organization, because when we like I said, this interview been in the making for months. And originally, when I reached out to Kelly, the interview was about something totally different. Totally different. Oh, and I still want to have that interview with you. Um,
Okay.
um, so when she first told me she had an AU organization, I'm thinking a team. No, she like runs a whole league. How did this come about? Like, how did you have your own organization? Like, how did this?
So there's like the story I was just telling you with the two guys that came to me with the business proposal with starting it, and how it started. Basically, I was training there. They had a team, and they asked me to come and work with their team, and so I took skills and drills elite to their gym, and I trained their kids for weeks. You know, we did that for maybe about 2 3 months. I was going there twice a week working with their kids, and um, it was just one of those things where my director, he was like, man, he was like, Coach Kelly, I want to just start my own organization. And I was like, you know what, let's do it. And he was like, honestly, I didn't think he was so serious because it was literally like a 3 or 4 day span, and he came back with paperwork like it was done, you know. And so after we were sitting there talking, he was like, you know, I want to start my own organization. Like I really feel like I can do this. He was like, but I don't think I can do it without you. Like he don't know basketball. He's a pastor. He's a preacher out in
Okay.
Webster. But he knows the game. He played the game when he was young, but he's not a coach. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so he was like, you know, if I had somebody like you who played the game, knows the game, played at a high level, like we can really get this thing going and, you know, have something good. And so I told him, you know, Coach, you know, I work, you know, but anything I can do to help, I'll be there to help. And so a
Yeah.
couple of days later, he came back with the paperwork. He was like, hey, I got the paperwork. Here's the name. Boom, boom.
On it.
Here's the colors. Here's the logo. He had everything. And he was like, I want to pay you this, and this. Here's the contract.
Damn it. Blessings, man. Blessings on blessings on
And I was
blessings.
like, man, forget that job.
That's what's
and,
up, man.
and, that's,
For
and that's
real.
how that went. And I'm not lying. Like how I knew it had to be God. Like that was a blessing in disguise. Because ever since then, it's just been blessing after blessing after blessing. Like I haven't really had any roadblocks.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I mean?
amazing, man. You
Besides, like,
follow you followed your dreams, man, and things fall into place, man. That's why I tell people, once you follow your purpose and you follow your dreams, man, everything else is gonna fall into place, for real.
absolutely.
Um, that's really the last question I had for the interview. I'm gonna let you go. I know you gotta finish moving. I know y'all have a tournament this weekend. So
Yeah, man, you should come check us out, man. We play tomorrow. We gonna be
where's
we out in Katy though. I don't know how far that is from you.
I'm not far from Katy. I'm like 30 minutes from Katy.
Okay, cool. Well, we gonna be at Open Court Sports Complex. You know what
I'm
it's
gonna
at?
send it when we get off here. Shoot me the information, and I'll definitely roll. I'll roll through them all for sure.
All right, bet. I'm gonna shoot you the schedule because my boys team, my seventh grade boys team, play in the morning time, and then my high school girls team play in the evening. So I'll send you both of their schedules. You can just pick what you want to come to.
All right, that's a bet. That's a bet. Hell yeah, I'm definitely down.
All right, man. Thank
Man,
you for having me, man. Appreciate it.
man, thank you for blessing it, man. For real, I wish you nothing but success beyond your imagination, man. And keep doing what you're doing. I love what you're doing for the city. Man, keep doing you for real. And hopefully we get you
Thank
on
you.
again and get an update on your businesses and also run that other story we wanted to do.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely got to run that other story, man. And honestly, I procrastinated with you on that story because I had did a story with the Washington Post a little bit before you had hit me up. And one of the things that the lady told me a couple weeks later was like, if I was going to interview with somebody else, to hold off until she published her story. And I made that promise to her that I would. And so I was just trying to wait until she published her story to get back with you on that. So
No, it's cool. It's cool. I definitely understand.
now. Yeah,
All right, cool.
now, so we're good.
All right, cool. We'll link up in the next month or so, and we'll definitely run that story for sure.
All right, cool. No problem.
All right, cool. Appreciate it. Yep.
All right.
Episode 16 is complete. Life after Baylor University basketball featuring 5-star recruit Kelli Griffin. We are out of here. I appreciate it. Reckless Talk. We out.